What's good, guys? It's your boy King Oscar here to drop you another video. So this is the beginning of a video series we're gonna call Storytime with Mr. Madness. So here we go again. So this video takes place in 10th grade. Oh, before I forget, the key word of the video is snake. So I want you to remember that. And I don't mean like a hissing fucking snake. I mean like a Kevin Durant kind of snake. I mean Kevin Durant fucking OKC to Warriors, not KD Warriors to Nets. So I want to remember that. So please remember that word, because that's where it's gonna play a big key role in this video. So when I was in high school, I was known as three things. One, I was known as an anime nerd. If you can't see, you know, wearing Dragon Ball Z. Secondly, I was known as a rocker kid. I was that kid who, if you told to pull up his playlist, it was damn near more than half of it was rock music. I mean, I listen to stuff like System of a Down, 3 Day Grace, Finger 11, Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, Korn. We can go on and on about that. Okay, but the main point of the story is that the third thing was I was an athlete. So to me, to define athlete, at the time, I didn't have the munchies in order to become like a wrestler or a football player at the time. So instead, I was known as that athletic kid who went into a football player or wrestler space and outdid a couple of them. I remember going to the wrestling room with the coach being there and like wrestling a couple people. And I remember 3 out of the 5 times I won. So the coach used to be like, join the wrestling team. But I used to be like, sir, we don't have the munchies. But anyways, Arnold Schwarzenegger, nigger. Ugh. I hope I don't get blocked for that. Yeah, he was the Terminator. The governor of California was like a big inspiration to me. So like at the time, I really wanted to be a bodybuilder. So I tried. And I mean, at the time, I was like benching a hell of a lot, curling a hell of a lot. Probably the strongest I ever been. But that's not the point of the story. Okay? The point of the story is that this story doesn't involve my muscles. Well, not these muscles, another muscle, and the girl. So at the time, I knew this girl named Kylie. Kylie was like smoking hot. I mean, she was, as what we say, a baddie now in this day's terminology. But Kylie was a senior at the time. I was a sophomore. But because I knew people, because I was these three things, it just so happens that the people I knew her. So that's how I got introduced to Kylie. So one day, at the time I didn't have a phone, sadly, because your boy didn't have the munchies, so I couldn't afford a phone. So instead, I just took my cousin's track phone at the time, the one he wasn't using no more, and I would just download Facebook Messenger on there and talk to her. So anybody, shout out to people who remember Facebook Messenger and Kick. Those are like legendary apps. We don't gotta go into what they were used for.
Big flex.
Anyways, we gotta keep this video PG-13. So anyways, I remember texting Kylie every day after school, of course, because you needed Wi-Fi. Again, my phone isn't activated, so I had to wait until I got home to text her, because school Wi-Fi always required like a passcode, or if it didn't, it was just shitty. Or teachers and faculty act like they didn't want to give it to you. So again, I had to wait. Luckily, I was a library assistant, so I got the password. But you see, it used to be super slow. But anyways, so I used to like talk to Kylie every night. I used to be like,
Big thirst.
yeah, can't wait to see you. Can't wait to kiss you. Can't wait to grab those big fat thighs. Oh, and just to paint a picture of what Kylie looked like. I mean, Kylie was like probably like Kylie was like 4'11", 4'10". Okay, she had like those really big chunky thighs, slim waist, okay, big fat booty, dark curly hair, always natural, and more importantly, Kylie was black. So why that's the most important part is because we ain't disrespecting our women of color here. Okay, black is beautiful. I don't know what you've been told.
You better say it.
But you always give a chocolate sister a chance. So Kylie was a chocolate sister, and I was trying to get it. Okay, I mean, I was trying to be Willy Wonka and go into her chocolate factory. So I used to tell Kylie all the things I would want to do with her, to her, with her.
You a freak.
And see, over the phone, your boy had a player's mouth. Your boy had those hoes. But when it came to face-to-face conversation, I mean, I was like a brick wall. You couldn't get much out of me. I don't know, maybe all the lifting weights and stuff was me overcompensating for the fact that I couldn't talk a good game. And what's worse than a teenage boy not being able to talk his way to a girl's heart or to her pants is if they're a black guy who can't talk his way into a girl's heart or to a girl's pants. I mean, seriously. So, anyways, I was afraid, didn't know how to talk to Kylie in person. Okay, every time I'll see her, I'll be like, hi, how you doing? Hug, and just a hug, goodbye, have fun in class, and that's it. Like, your boy was missing that mouthpiece, okay, in public that was so present in the text.
He needs some milk.
So one of my friends, we're gonna call him Malcolm. Okay. So, Malcolm was, you know how you got that friend who comes over to your house, calls your parents, and all this other shit? Yeah, that was Malcolm. Malcolm would come over to my house every day, try to sleep over at my house every day. He was probably the only one of my friends who my mom allowed to sleep in my house on a school night, okay? He was like the only one. And at the time, Malcolm was a junior. So Malcolm used to go around telling people like he was like my big brother. So, but that's for a whole different video. So Malcolm one day saw Kylie and he was like, bro, Kylie is sexy. Because again, the word thick didn't exist at that time. So Malcolm used to be like, Kylie is sexy. Bro, I bet I can bag her before you. So instead of me being like, bro, you know I like her, bro, get somebody else, all that other shit. For some reason, my male instincts automatically went to competition and was like, of course, I'll fight you over her. Okay, and just to clarify before I get blackballed by all the women out there, I'm not trying to say Kylie was a piece of meat. Kylie was a prize or an end goal. It just so happens when a guy interacts with another guy and he says, I bet I could do something before you, it turns to a competition because that's who we are, okay? It automatically goes into survival of the fittest. It automatically goes into natural selection. Like, bro, I will kill you and strangle you. All right. So instead of me being like, nah, bro, get somebody else, hit him with that Amaterasu, just for him opening his mouth and saying that, I was like, yeah, okay. So it just so happens me and Kylie didn't have lunch periods together. And how our school worked, lunch was divided into 3 periods. There was first lunch, second lunch, and third lunch. So when it came to first lunch, I had first lunch. Which first lunch was sucky. But first lunch was known as the people who were like football players, wrestlers, baseball players. Mostly everybody who was an athlete or cheerleader or something at the time or doing band did first lunch. Kylie had second lunch, and somebody else who had second lunch was Malcolm. So the only way me and Kylie could meet during this time was like if she got out of class early to go to the courtyard, or left lunch early, or I didn't go to lunch at all, and instead I just went and stalked the hallways where her class was to meet her outside the door. So anyways, Kylie met me in the courtyard, and so I talked a good game. I was like, oh, you looking beautiful today. I went to give her that hug, and instead I was about to give her that K, that capital K, that mwah. And right when I was about to, here comes Malcolm. Malcolm sprinted across the courtyard, saying my name over and over and over and over. Like, he saw me. He knew what he was fucking doing. He was straight kind of cock blocking me. And I swear, I wish I was Fugaku, the Wicked Eye, Itachi, Uchiha's father, so I can hit him with that Genjutsu. But again, Naruto don't exist, so I can't hit nobody with a Genjutsu. I can't be like Itachi and be like Tsukuyomi. Alright, it don't work that way. So he came by, and Kylie was like, oh, who is this? And before I can be like, oh, this is just my neighbor, my friend, Malcolm was just like, oh, I'm his older brother. So Kylie was like, oh, why didn't you tell me you had an older brother? Technically, I don't. But because Malcolm, that's the first thing Malcolm said, had to play along with it. Because one thing women don't like liars. Point blank, nothing else. All women don't like liars. So I had to be like, yeah, this is my brother. So Malcolm tried his best to get her number. Since she thinks he's my older brother, she gave it to him. Blah, 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 blah. So that following day, I remember it was a Friday, I'm texting Kylie saying, I can't wait to see you on Monday. Kylie's like, can't wait to see you too. Boo. Then she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for prom. And your boy should have been like, I'll take you to prom. But instead, again, your boy's muscles were bigger than his confidence, and anxiety is a motherfucker. Anxiety had me at gunpoint. I was like, okay, let me know if like you're going or not. Which is like the worst response, because that could have been my moment to be like, of course, you know, I could take you out on a date or something like that. But, you know, your boy didn't have that confidence level at the time. So instead, she was like, okay, see you on Monday. So throughout the week, I text her and be like, I can't wait to try to kiss you again, all that stuff. So that Monday, going to school in the morning, I promised to meet Kylie in the courtyard. So after I got off the bus, it's like Malcolm completely disappeared. He just zipped. Don't know where he went. He instant transmission, okay, to planet Yardarat like Goku. So I go to the courtyard. I see Kylie in the distance, and guess who I see next to her? The snake himself. So Malcolm went up to Kylie, and I guess he saw me first. So before I can get Kylie's attention, Malcolm decided he wanted to give her a hug, pick her up, and do the most disrespectful thing you can honestly do. He slapped and grabbed her ass. So when he did that, my Mangekyo Sharingan unlocked, and I summoned a Susanoo, and I hit him with the Tosca blade, sealing him completely. I wish I could do that. Instead, I didn't go further in the courtyard. I just turned around and left. So yeah, I just dipped out of the courtyard, and I was like, Malcolm, you bitch, you won. So Malcolm ended up dating her for a week. But then he ended up breaking up with her because he was like, she was too clingy. So, trying to be the good person I am, I tried to be her rebound. You see, Kylie was like, your brother's an asshole. Why didn't you tell me he's an asshole? You're an asshole too. And I'm not talking to you no more. All my chances with Kylie, that chocolate queen, black is beautiful, is over. And Malcolm, he came over to my house that day. And he was like, I'm sorry. Well, he didn't say sorry. He said, bro, that girl would have been no good for you. Yeah. So, Malcolm, the point of the story is, not everybody who you call your friend is going to do you right. And Malcolm was a complete Kevin Durant. I mean, Kevin Durant, OKC, the Warriors, not Warriors, the Nets. Okay? So, yeah. Hope you like my video. Storytime with Mr. Madness. Hope you subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and always, bye!